fun. Keep voting for your favorite syrup. And we're getting close to having that thing good. The girls are happy with how it's going. One other announcement, Kathleen, before we're ready. Are you ready yet?
Ready.
Okay. Real quickly, Jesse, my friend from Vermont, Jesse, are you in the house? Michelle, is Jesse in the house? All right, Jesse and I, all summer long, yeah, get up there. Hold on, people. All summer long, Jesse and I have a sexiest shirt contest at our lake parties. And look what Jesse wore today to have the fancier coat than me. Can we give it up for Jesse from Vermont?
I think Jesse lapped you.
Jesse
it wasn't even a race.
He ran by me like I'm tied to a tree. But Jesse, you're going down tomorrow.
Jesse won the Kentucky
You're going
Derby.
down, baby.
And Tim was at the county fair.
All right, Kathleen, turn it over to you.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to those people watching at home. We filled up the room a little bit more. Everybody had a chance to have a little hair of the dog, and the crowd's a little livelier right now. It's time for the All-American Holstein nominations. I will admit this is the contest closest to my heart. It's my native breed. It's something we all strove for when we were farming and showing cattle. I've got just a couple things to say in case you missed it before the Jersey competition. Once again, this is the 101st All-American Holstein competition. I want to thank those judges that were on our committee. I also want to make a quick mention. We're not doing our junior All-American nominations today. Those will happen right before Christmas. We like to roll out the junior nominations for Holsteins and Jerseys as a separate event, so it has its own spotlight. So juniors, towards the end of the month, we hope to be giving you a phone call with a really nice Christmas present. Again, thank you to the judges that were on our committees. We're appreciative of the time and expertise they lent. We want to once again mention how we run our process. We bring the judges. We have them in person. They come to Madison. They meet in a room. They look at all the photos, all the placings. They discuss. By the end of each class, they fill out a ballot, kind of a secret ballot, and give it to me. And then I do the tabulation. So actually, when the judges leave the room, they don't know who's nominated. So that's what makes this fun. It's a true reveal. I've got a lot of our judges here in the room. Again, we thank them for their expertise. We try to paint a picture of the show season as a whole, the best 6 animals in each age group from the whole show season, not one day, not 2 days, but from the whole show season across the country. Again, heartfelt thank you to the exhibitors that enter the contest and participate. You make it every year. It's bigger and better, and we thank you for that. More heartfelt thanks to the breeders. It couldn't be done without you. Not everyone can take their own animals out from home, but thank you for making them available for sale. Great cattle make a great contest, and that adds value. We're going to see that tomorrow in the sale. We're going to do that. Thank you to the prior caretakers of the 100 years of All-American, the Hastings family, all of the editors at the Holstein World over the years, Jim Hill. We want to thank Kieran Knudsen. We want to thank all of those people that held on to this contest until this day. We're proud to be caretakers of it as well. Thanks to the Alliance, Tim, Sharon, Chris, and Jen. Every year, it's a joy. It's a pleasure to work with the best professionals in the business, and we thank you. So, you ready?
All right, before we start, folks, can I have your attention? They're telling me at home it's a little loud, and I know we're here to have a good time, and I'm not trying to, you know me, I'm not the guy to kill the fun. But if I know everybody's visiting, I'm a buzzkill, I know. Everybody's visiting. They say they're having trouble at home. If you can give us one 45-minute section of your time, we're going to announce. People put millions of dollars into this, and we've got a lot invested. And I want people at home to be able to enjoy this. And then I promise you, I will never ask you to quiet down again tonight. But if you guys could give us your attention and your cheering for our cows and then go back to your party. We've got incredible music and a fun night ahead. But I really, really, for the people at home, we really need you to just stay with us. Stay with us 45 more minutes, and I guarantee we'll have a hell of a time after. Thank you.
And everyone that is going to hear their name, or they hear their name at home as a breeder, exhibitor, whether you're here or watching at home, we want you to be able to hear that. We want you to have that respect and have that thrill of knowing that you've got an All-American Holstein nomination.
Thank you. Principal Tim is done.
Yeah, that's right. School Marm Kathleen is done. We're going to go through them, and then we're going to have a party. Spring calves. We're going to roll into our contest. Our 6 nominees in the Spring Heifer Calf class starts with Cumstar Ruda D. Lambda, exhibited by Crackholm Holsteins in Ferme Fortel, Richmond, Quebec.
Congratulations to Mark, huh?
Bred by Cumstar Holsteins, Victoriaville, Quebec. Genesee Altitude Leah, exhibited by Jim Butler of Chavance, Illinois, and bred by the Mulligan Family Farm of Avon, New York. Our next nominee is Leachfield Thunderstorm Jiggles, bred and exhibited by Peter Leach of Woodville, Ontario. Our next nominee, Peace and Plenty Foot Jube 192, bred and exhibited by Peace and Plenty Farms, Union Bridge, Maryland, the Schwartzbecks. Skolo Devour Let's Dance, exhibited by Dylan Reed of Vandalia, Illinois, and bred by John Cannon of Dyersville, Iowa. And our final nominee is Valeskine Crushable Glimmer, exhibited by Quality Holsteins, Beckred Holsteins, and Braymont Holsteins of Keswick, Ontario, bred by Valeskine, the Troops, and Jim Phoenix of Little Britain, Ontario. Congratulations.
That's it, folks. Give them a big hand.
That's right. We need a little more participation.
Thank you all for listening, though. All right, winter calves. Let's hear it for the winter calves. I know our friend in Carmel, California is watching. I know some friends from Belfast and Hubdens are watching. Caldemire I. V.L. Alexis, exhibited by Belfast and Hovden and bred by Rich Denier of California. Let's hear it.
Congratulations.
Wow, we got some of these hooligans in the house. Farnier, Adios, 3415, Anna, Carson, Colin Round, and bred by Simons and Rounds, etc., in Farley, Iowa. I know this family again. Looks like Belfast and Beckridge and Quality have another nomination. MS Tang Alligator A Trick, bred by Rencrest and Kingsway, owned by Belfast, Beckridge, and Quality. Give them a round of applause. Ned Acres, Denver, Silvana, exhibited by Riverdown Farms in Metcalfe, Ontario. Anybody from Riverdown here?
Justin's here.
Nice, Justin. Bred by Renee and Chet Baker of Derby, Vermont.
Vermont bred.
And then Petchclair, Unix Sushi, Madison, Melanie Sarbacher, and Kyle Trustram, Whitewater, Wisconsin. Fed by Max Petitclair and his brother, Chris, in St. Basile, Quebec. Oh, and this is going to kill it. My favorite boys in the whole wide world, Dylan and Cameron Ryan. Ryan View, Crush Time, Starstruck for the boys.
Congratulations to our Winter Heifer Calf nominees. We'll move on to the fall calves. Starting the pack is Genosource Looks Matter, exhibited by Bunjun Farms, Peter Vale, and John Cunningham of Lomira, Wisconsin, and bred by Genosource of Dyersville, Iowa. Holzer Warrior Dixie, exhibited by Clark Valley Holsteins and Peter Leach of Woodville, Ontario, and bred by Bushy View Farms of Lakeside, Ontario. Our next nominee is Kay Hurst, Alley-Oop Prime. She had a big year, exhibited by Kevin Dobriner and Lindsey Bowen, Tyler Carter, and Dylan Reed, West Salem, Ohio. Congratulations.
Go, Lindsay. Lindsay.
Good job, Lindsay.
Atta girl.
Our next nominee is Lodamead Master Bell, exhibited by Jim Butler of Chavance, Illinois, and bred by Lodamead Farms of Oshawa, Ontario. Our next heifer is Linvale, Just Believe in Me, exhibited by Jason Mell and Weeksdale Holsteins, Waunakee, Wisconsin, and bred by William Schultz of Waldo, Wisconsin. And our final entry Weeksdale Legend Recharge, exhibited by Winwright, Veltois Farms, and Jacomet Holsteins of Winchester, Ontario, and bred by Weeksdale Holsteins in PEI.
And they're in the house. How about it? Welcome to Las Vegas. Boy, I'm glad Blair's not here. Well, he'd be getting thrown out, that crazy boy.
No. Blair was great at holding up the corner of the bar right about now.
Yeah, it looks like it's up to you, Joachim.
Ready? In our summer yearling class, first to lead off the summer yearlings is J.M. Valley Lambda Celine, exhibited by Clark Valley Holsteins and Dalton Ferris of Woodville, Ontario, and bred by J&M Valley Firm Blondine and J.P. Perlot of Amqui, Quebec. Very nice. Coming in next, Thomas John's favorite, Ladies Lambda Loveless, exhibited by Bud John Vale, Gino Source, and Heartland Dairy of Lamira, Wisconsin.
Sisters sell tomorrow, Christopher.
Very nicely done, Tim. Next, we have Magalay Lambda Rosie, exhibited by Ronald Grandy, Pierre Boulet, Clark Valley of Oshawa, Ontario, and bred by Fermi Magalay of Magog, Quebec, Canada. I tried.
Yep, you did.
Next up is Miss Wilson Dale Tattooed, exhibited by Steve Wagner and Vicki Wilson of Gray, Maine, and bred by Mike Wilson and Steve Wagner of Gray, Maine.
That's pretty cool. That's a power couple.
Next up is Local Yokel, Peace and Plenty, Hainan's Jube 231, exhibited and bred by Peace and Plenty LLC of Union Bridge, Maryland. Congratulations. Next up, Petit Claire Lambda Annie, exhibited by Jimmy Butler of Chavance, Illinois, and bred by Fermi Jean-Paul Petit Claire and Phil St. Basile, Quebec. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our summer yearlings. We'll move on now to our spring yearlings. First out of the gate in our spring yearling class is Juniper Tattoo Petra, exhibited by Jim Butler, Chavance, Illinois, and bred by Juniper Farm of Gray, Maine. Our next nomination is Kingsway Caught a Vibe, exhibited by Kingsway Farms and Veltois Farms of Hastings, Ontario, and bred by Kingsway, Millen Farms, and Riverdown Holsteins of Hastings, Ontario. Next up, Lodamead Lambda Dixie, exhibited by Winwright Holsteins and Eddie and Mandy Bew, Winchester, Ontario, and bred by Lodamead Farms of Oshawa, Ontario. Our next nominee is Lundcrest Unix Bright, exhibited by Justine Allen of Canaan, Connecticut, and bred by Lundcrest Farms of Granville, New York. Congratulations. Our fifth nominee is Melview Sidekick Dotsy, bred and exhibited by Greg Mell of Lodi, Wisconsin. And our final nominee in our spring yearling class is Ms. G.S. Caught by Surprise, exhibited by Gino Source of Blairstown, Iowa, and bred by Kingsway Farms, Millen Farms, and Riverdown Holsteins of Hastings, Ontario. Congratulations to all of our spring yearling nominees.
All righty, we're ready for winter yearlings. First of all, Blair Weeks, I want you to know, if you're listening, that everyone in the room can see your text to me. So just wanted you to know. And by the way, I want my daughter to know that, see, when I scold people, they listen. It's something you never understood. You guys, I scolded you. You've been a great crowd. Thank you, Caitlin. See, that's how it works. Winter yearlings. Alamu SMR Ruthan, the Camps and Bowers from Darlington, Wisconsin. Come on! Bred by John Alamo from California. Campbell Run IHC Denver Reggie, exhibited by the Kitchen family at Danville, Pennsylvania, bred by Sarah Campbell, Matt Hawbaker, and Sarah Campbell's boyfriend from Pennsylvania.
Hawbaker, in the house.
Dehuy Totem Margot, exhibited by the Dufour family from Quebec, is the exhibitor, and bred by Normand Marcel from Quebec. Carnview Dorman Amazon, exhibited by Carnview Farm of Ontario. Let's hear it. Lahoo Victor Topage, exhibited by Jim Butler, bred by Lahoo and Quebec. And last but not least, Miss Lisa's favorite heifer, Peace and Plenty Tattoo Juby 41, exhibited by Hadley Ross from Arizona, bred by the Schwartzbecks of Maryland.
Congratulations to all of our Winter Yearling nominees. Moving on to the Fall Yearlings. Our first nominee, Banowitz Analyst Copenhagen, exhibited by Ella and Jacob Ratz of Colby, Wisconsin, and bred by Sean and Levi Banowitz of Charlotte, Iowa. I root for everybody. I want you to know that. I don't editorialize on this contest, but I'm going to take a second and say those are my 4-H kids. So congratulations to Jacob and Ella. I'm so delighted for them. They don't live on a farm. They work hard every day with their cattle, and I am delighted for that. So editorial over. On to our second nominee in our Fall Yearling class. Campbell Run, Sandstorm Hazley, exhibited by Edward Sekarak of Columbus, Pennsylvania, and bred by Sarah Campbell of Ford City, Pennsylvania. Our next nominee, Del Creek, Half Past Tipsy, exhibited by Avery and Evelyn Eaton and Henry Osinga of Marietta, New York, bred by Del Creek Holsteins of Winchester, Ontario. Our next nominee, Hodgland Unix Racy, exhibited by Carter Cruzy of Dyersville, Iowa, and bred by Hodgland Holsteins, Crackholm Holsteins, and Danny Germain of Kincardine, Ontario. Our fifth nominee, In Style Moment Last Dance, exhibited by the Cray Brothers Farm, Waterloo, Wisconsin, and bred by Stephen and Dory Lichty of Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. And our final nominee in our Fall Yearling class, Sonnenbrook Addison Kaylani, bred and exhibited by Ryan Sonnenberg of Belleville, Wisconsin. Congratulations.
Thank you, Kathleen. Now we're moving into the milking classes, starting off with our milking yearling. Our first nomination, an IVF session sells tomorrow. Her name is Blexy's Chief Bloody Mary, exhibited by Bud John Farms and Joey and Laurie Rosa of Lamira, Wisconsin, and she's bred by Bud John, Vale, Abbott, Woodmancy, and Van Exel, Lamira, Wisconsin. Next up is J. Kiko Doc Finale Twin, exhibited by Jim Butler of Chabance, Illinois, and bred by Kiko Farms, LLP of Paris, Ohio. Coming in next is Jacob's Chief Dina, exhibited by Milk Source Ransom Rail and Laurie Fisher of Kakona, Wisconsin, and bred by Fermi Jacobs, Cap Santi, Quebec, Canada. Her daughter sells tomorrow. Next up, Milkworth KD Adeline, exhibited by Beckridge Holsteins and Quality Holsteins of Keswick, Ontario, Canada, while being bred by Raleigh Wadsworth of West Charlton, New York. Congratulations. Next up is O'Lortine Avenger Design, the reserve intermediate champion from the Royal, and she is exhibited by R&F Livestock Incorporated and Pierre Boulet of Cudworth, Saskatchewan, while being bred by Mr. Corey Martin of Wallenstein, Ontario. Congratulations. And last but not least is Sunny Lodge Sidekick Abbey, exhibited by Elmview Farm of Johnstown, New York, and while being bred by Arcadia Farm and Sunny Lodge Farm of Chesterville, Ontario, Canada. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all of our Milking Yearling nominees. Thank you, Chris. We're moving on to our Summer Junior 2-year-olds. Our first nominee is Buck Meadow, U.S. Madeline, exhibited by Ronald Grandy of Oshawa, Ontario, and bred by Colt and Luke Buckley of Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. Our next nominee, D2 Lambda, Eyes on the Prize, bred and exhibited by D2 Genetics, David Diamond and Sebastian Dion
Her
of
daughter
Dundas,
sells tomorrow.
Ontario.
She's now 88 in the under. Update your catalog.
What are you going to get for her?
How about that, boys?
Our next nominee, D2 Summerfest, Eyes on You, exhibited by Bud John Farms and Heartland area of Lomira, Wisconsin. Bred by David Diamond and Sebastian Dion of Dundas, Ontario.
He might have a best three.
Our next nominee, Jacob's Destiny Bala, exhibited by Jim Butler of Chabance, Illinois. Bred by Ferrum Jacobs, Cap Sant, Quebec.
IVF sells tomorrow.
Our fifth nomination, King's Ransom, Delta L Slammin', exhibited by Showbox Sires and King's Ransom of Rudolph, Wisconsin.
Hey, Vermont people, yell!
She was bred by Jonathan King of Schuylerville, New York.
Casey John's in the house.
You ever notice he scolds everybody, but when one of his gets nominated, he takes off.
They want to hooting and hollering. Our final nominee in our summer junior 2-year-old class is Wargo Acre, stock 3707 Iris, exhibited by Elmview Farm of Johnstown, New York, and bred by Wargo Acres, the Carn Crosses from Lodi, Wisconsin. Congratulations.
Diamond, don't leave just because you won all the doggone prizes. Isn't that just like, give him a
buy some
boo?
drinks.
Everybody here boo for
Everyone
Diamond.
thinks he's going to buy some drinks, and there he goes out the door.
Sorry. Sorry, Diamond.
He said he'll match Red and White's bill from yesterday.
Over
David
the bar,
Diamond,
over
ladies
the
and
bar.
gentlemen, David Diamond.
Junior 2-year-olds. And telemark Lisa Alligator. Exhibited by Elmview Farm and bred by Frere and telemark of Quebec. That was tough. Budjon Vale Delta Lambda Thumper, exhibited by Bridgerland Holsteins MH Genetics of Utah, bred by Budjon and Vale. Freyland Alley-Oop Bonkers, Ferme Blondin and Blondin Sires, St. Placide, Quebec, bred by the Frasers at Freyland Farm, Fergus, Ontario. Milk Source Audie, bred and exhibited by Milk Source Farm, Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Mr. Bubby, Chris Hill, we've heard this name a lot today. Peace and Plenty, SK Juby 37. Bristol Earhart from Maryland, bred by the Schwartzbacks. Give them a round of applause. Woo! And last, Poplar Vale Limeade. Elmview and Ferme Jacob of Johnstown, New York. Poplar Vale Farm in Ontario. Congratulations.
Congratulations to those breeders and exhibitors of our junior 2-year-olds.
Okay.
Moving on to our senior.
Can I interrupt just quickly for our girls here doing the syrup? The syrup is down to the final 3. If you didn't test before, come test the final 3. You can throw a donation in the bucket or you don't have to. Come give us your vote so we can rank the syrup and get ready to sell it. And if you're watching online and you want to support and buy the syrup, you got to call a member of the sales staff because we're not live with the syrup contest. So just if you're watching, sorry.
And once again, a great
Julie.
cause. Money is going to National Dairy Shrine in memory of 3 of the best. Norman Hill, Ronnie Hefner, and our great friend Michael Heath. So if you have one last dime in your pocket, put it towards a great cause in the National Dairy Shrine. Okay, our infomercial's over. We're going to move on with our senior 2-year-olds. No, we got to do it. Our first senior 2-year-old nominated, CVF Alligator Lockdown, exhibited by Eaton Holsteins in Glamourview, Yeager and Moulton of Marietta, New York. Bred by Clearview Farm of Clarence Creek, Ohio. Jacobs Alligator Lorella, bred and exhibited by Ferme Jacobs, Ferme Gillette, and T-Wave Holsteins of Cap-Saint, Quebec. Jacobs Unix Laddies, exhibited by Ferme Jacobs, Matthew Chartrand, and Kelly Hardy, and Ferme Intense of Cap-Saint, Quebec, bred by Ferme Jacobs and Colganados Genetics. Our fourth nominee, Gendro Delta Lambda Sandy, exhibited by Kevin Dobriner, Lindsey Bowen, Pat Conroy, and Clark Valley of West Salem, Ohio. Hey, bred by Ferme Gendro, Rimouski, Quebec. Our fifth nominee, Mile View Shelley of Helmcrest, exhibited by Duckett Holsteins of Rudolph, Wisconsin, and bred by John Smith and Helmcrest Holsteins of Mountain, Ontario.
And a daughter sells tomorrow.
Yep.
Our final nominee in our senior 2-year-old class, Premier Point MAS Carmona, exhibited by Maple Lee, Arizona Dairy, and Gray Rose Cattle of Delavan, Wisconsin, and bred by Premier Point Genetics of Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Congratulations to our nominees in our senior 2-year-old cow class.
Moving on to the junior 3-year-olds, our first nomination is Elegance Miranda Amazon, exhibited by Jimmy Butler of Chabance, Illinois, and bred by Fermi Elegance, St. Gervais, Quebec. Coming in next, that black cow everybody loves, McGar Farms Unix Zany, exhibited by West Coast Holsteins of Chilliwack, BC, and bred by our friends at McGar Farms of King Ferry, New York. Coming in next is Sandy Ray Sidekick Intrigue, exhibited by Rick, Kyle, and Raymond and Reagan Demmer, of Peosta, Iowa, and bred by Sandy Ray Farms of Montague, PEI. Coming in next is Skycrest Sidekick Nail Polish. She's exhibited by Elmview Farms of Johnstown, New York, and bred by Skycrest Holsteins of Athabasca, Alberta. Congratulations. In the next hole is Tola Micah Diamondback Blaine, and she's exhibited by Ronald Grandy of Oshawa, Ontario, while being bred by T&L Cattle, Cultus Lake, British Columbia. In our last entry is Val Rick, Sidekick Petunia. She's exhibited by Mr. Ross Risner of Coleman, Wisconsin, and bred by Gerald Lavalle in Phils of St. Louis, Quebec, Canada. Congratulations on the junior 3-year-old entries.
Congratulations to those breeders and exhibitors of those junior 3-year-olds. Our senior 3-year-old class starts out with CVF King Doc Sunset, exhibited by Dalton Ferris of East Gwillimbury, Ontario, bred by Clearview Farm, Clarence Creek, Ontario. I think I said Ohio before. Congratulations to Clearview Farm. That's their second bred animal in the contest. Impressive. Our next nominee, Glen Irvin Unix Sally. She was no longer the bridesmaid this year. Sally climbed to the top of the list, exhibited by Milk Source Genetics, Lori Fisher, Robert Sabo, and Cy Letter.
And her red carrier daughter sells the ball.
The Miller High Life Club, Kaukauna, Wisconsin, bred by Glen Irvin Farms of Fergus, Ontario. Our third nominee, Golden Oaks Tempest Red, exhibited by Milk Source Genetics, Lori Fisher, Stein Crest, who's in the house, and Crescent Mead of Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Congratulations, Steiny. Bred by Golden Oaks Farm of Oconda, Illinois. Our fourth cow had quite a debut this year. Jeffrey Way, Hard Rocks Twigs, exhibited by Kevin Dobriner, Lindsey Bowen, Pat Conroy, and William Schilling. Our hearts go out to Bill Schilling, West Salem, Ohio, and the breeder, Brooks Hendrickson of Belleville, Wisconsin. Congratulations. Our fifth nominee, Rosemary Unix Goldie, exhibited by Jim Butler, Chabance, Illinois. Goldie was bred by Ferme Silvercrest and Ferme Vimbert of Saint Valérien, Quebec. And our final nominee in our senior 3-year-old class, TTM Jordy Buick, exhibited by Steve Arbaugh and Chip Savage of Union Bridge, Maryland, and bred by Tom McCuro of Rocky Ridge, Maryland. Congratulations.
All right, we're headed to the final row. We've got the mature cows now. 4-year-olds is what we're doing. 4-year-olds. Yeah. I mean big cows. Don't get nervous with me, Julie. Boy, she's tough, JR. It's no, or JW. It's not hard to believe you're henpecked. 4-year-old cows. Eltona Lee Unix Hermione, exhibited by Dalton Ferris of Ontario, bred by the Barclay family of Ontario. Lady Rose Cotcherai, exhibited by Genosaurus, bred by Rosedale and Frank and Diane Borba of Oxford, Wisconsin. Daughters and family members sell all day tomorrow. Bred by the great family of the Kings up in New York, Ferm Jacobs is the owner with Crackholm. Midas Touch Monterey 1127, nominated 4-year-old All-American. Oakfield Solomon Sunset, bred and exhibited by the Lambs, Oakfield Corners of New York. Congratulations. Breeders of the best 3 females at Madison. Next is Peace and Plenty Doc Juby, Showbox Sires and Milk Source Genetics of Rudolph, Wisconsin. That's better. Thank you, David. And last, you'll hear some noise now. Ryan View, Unix Shasti, Maple Lee, Chad and Amy Ryan, bred by the boys. Dylan and Cameron Ryan Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Félicitations.
Congratulations on our 4-year-olds. Competitive class this year. On to the 5-year-old cows. Our first nominee, Jacobs Avalanche Bradley, exhibited by Eaton Holsteins and Glamourview. Jaeger and Walton of Marietta, New York, bred by Ferme Jacobs, Cap-Sant, Quebec. Our second nominee, Jacobs High Octane Dia, exhibited by Jim Butler of Chabance, Illinois. Again, bred by Ferme Jacobs. Lindenwright Devour Movember, exhibited by Butler View, Chabance, Illinois, bred by Harry and Joanne Vanderlinden, Antigonish, Nova Scotia, out in the Maritimes. Our fourth nominee, Rudy Chief Empress, exhibited by RNF Livestock of Cudworth, Saskatchewan, bred by Werner Rangley of Seagrave, Ontario. Our fifth nominee, Sandy Valley Francie, exhibited by Seamers Holsteins of Newton, Wisconsin, and bred by the Bauer family, Scandinavia, Wisconsin. And our final nominee in our 5-year-old class, Wedgwood Unix Colette, exhibited by Jim Butler, Chabance, Illinois, and bred by Stanhope, Wedgwood, and Morsan of Victoria, British Columbia. By that class, we went from east to west across Canada with the breeders and exhibitors there. That's really cool. Congratulations to our 5-year-old cow nominees.
Moving right into the age cow class, our first nomination is Cody Rambo Cassie. She's exhibited by Firm Blondin Sires of St. Placid, Quebec. And the breeders, Firm Flotier and Frères of, I can't pronounce it, Quebec.
Somewhere you lost your French expertise in the break there.
Well, I don't know how to pronounce that. That's a town I've never
Chris
heard.
was absent on
That's a
French
B-level
Day.
class. At that.
Chris was at auctioneer school the day they taught French at school.
Next, I don't think I'll mess this name up. Urbaker's Snapple Shakira, exhibited by Firm Jacobs, Ty-D, Killian Thoreaus, and Telemark and Attaboy Holsteins of Cap-Sant, Quebec, and she's bred by Urbakers of Lanark, Illinois.
Daughters, granddaughters, great-granddaughters, sisters, also.
Yep, you betcha. Next up is a cow we sold one day in Wisconsin. Her name is Kingsway Dempsey Nora, exhibited by Elmview Farm of Johnstown, New York, and bred by our friends at Kingsway of Hastings,
The best added
Ontario.
entry I've ever seen in my life at an auction.
Yep. What did Duckett say? Sour.
So we ain't scared of nothing, and Chris and I were scared.
Next up, in the house, let's hear it for those wonderful schmuckers with Lucky Mare Jack Azalea, exhibited by Tessa and Stella Schmucker of Whitewater, Wisconsin, and bred by Matt Engel of Hampshire, Illinois. Next up, another one that's not a stranger and you can buy from tomorrow, and everybody likes the music and everybody loves the cows. Oakfield Solomon Footloose, exhibited by Showbox Sires and Vieira Dairy of Rudolph, Wisconsin, and bred by Jonathan and Alicia Lamb of Oakfield, New York. And rounding out our final 6 is a cow that everybody adores, one of the best uttered cows I've ever seen. Underground Adeline, exhibited by Eaton Holsteins and Glamourview, Jaeger and Walton of Marietta, New York. And she's bred by our friend Anthony Crothers of Pitcher, New York. Congratulations to all our age cow entries.
Congratulations. We love those cows, those age cows, and we love our next class, our lifetime production cows. Everyone who milks cows for a living in this room knows how valuable these last couple classes are. We love the girls that you get a chance to learn their name and root for them year after year. We're going to lead it off with one that people do see year after year. Alfinch Zelgadas Tassie, exhibited by Frank and Carol Borba and Frank and Diane Borba of California. We sure wish the Borbas were here. We know they're watching. Shout out to them. She was bred by Alan Finch of Belmont, Ontario. Next up, Barotech Gold Fanta, exhibited by Lookout, Gerald Hallbach, Elite Haven, and Frank and Diane Borba of Canton de Hatley, Quebec. She was bred by Ferme Barotech of Compton, Quebec. Our third nominee in our lifetime production cow class is Bernalta Du Dressy, exhibited by West Coast Holsteins of Chilliwack, British Columbia, and bred by Bernalta Dairy of Carstairs, Alberta. She's an all-West cow. Our fourth nominee, Jericho Dairy Barracuda, exhibited by Colleen Curry of Tully, New York. Currys have certainly put together a beautiful herd there in Tully. Bred by Destiny Jones of Lake Como, Pennsylvania. Our fifth nominee, a crowd favorite, Loyland Goldwyn June, exhibited by Pierre Boulet of Montmagny, Quebec. Bred by Rob and Alice Bumstead, Owen Sound, Ontario. June turned 17 this year. We did a little piece on her in our issue that's out now, and she was an aged cow before any of her competitors were born. So that I can't think of anything
Pierre
more
Boulet
impressive.
was a young, handsome man when June was born. Isn't that
Slender,
ridiculous?
handsome
Slender, young, handsome man. And his woman, Katie, was not even born when June was born.
I think she might have been in the crib.
That cow's old enough to go to an R-rated movie.
Congratulations to Pierre and June. It was a really fun moment in Toronto when she won her class at the Royal. Our final nominee in our Lifetime Production Cow class is another favorite. Rachlan Dundee Lily, exhibited by Eaton Holsteins, Glamourview, Marill, Kate Zay, Marietta, New York, and bred by John Roberts of Renson, New York. She is certainly the pride of New York. We love Lily.
And she has
That's it
daughters.
for our individual animal classes. We congratulate those breeders and exhibitors of all of those animals in our individual classes, and we'll round it out with our group classes.
We're
Tim?
rounding it out. Once again, I get the luxury of doing the best three females. We got singers in the house. We're doing the maple syrup contest. Junior best three females. Let's hear it for these guys that bred these three females. Geno Source of Blairstown, Iowa. Let's tear it up. From Woodstock, Ontario, the great Carnview Farms. Congratulations. I like these cats. Kingsway, Millen Riverdown of Hastings, Ontario. Low-to-Me Farms Limited of Oshawa, Ontario. Next is my good buddy and my surrogate son, Max Petitclerc, and his brother, Ferrum Petitclerc of St. Basile, Quebec. Congratulations, boys. And last but not least, the great herd of Corfu, New York, Rencrest Holsteins.
Woo-hoo! Congratulations. Chris?
Now, the class we all wait for, just one of the most well-respected classes you could ever want, and what an honor it is for these six herds to be in your senior best three. Starting off with Duckett Holsteins of Rudolph, Wisconsin.
Congratulations.
Then Firm Jacobs, Cap Saint, Quebec. Then from out west is the herd from Matt Leake in Cornish, Utah. Congratulations, Matt and his family. Then we have the winning best three from World Dairy Expo. Let's hear it for Oakfield Corners Dairy of Oakfield, New York. Congratulations. Next up, our friends at Triple T Holsteins of North Lewisburg, Ohio. And our sixth and final best three nomination goes to way out west at West Coast Holsteins of Chilliwack, BC. Congratulations.
Congratulations. I think I had a caption out of order there. So congratulations to all of our senior best three female group winners. We've got one more class, and I just want to announce our syrup contest one more time. We're gonna wrap it up here. It's your last chance to sample the final three and get going. Our Produce of Dam class, final class in our 2023 All-American Holstein Nominations celebration. Our first nominee out of the gate, it's the produce of Lady Rose, Caught Your Eye. Breeder is D2 Genetics, David Diamond and Sebastian Dion of Dundas, Ontario. Our second produce is out of Lakeshore, Solomon E. Moore, exhibited by Taylor, Layla, and Kaylin Powell of Tremont, Illinois. Third is our produce out of Maple Downs, Monterey Alex. Congratulations to the breeder, Jason Lloyd, Lexi Payne, and Peter Vale of Middleburg, New York. Next is our produce of dam from Vale Oskeen, Gold Carmilla. Congratulations to the crew at Oakfield, and Jonathan and Alicia Lamb are the breeders. our 5th nominee. We have heard this prefix a lot today, and we're happy for it. The produce of Peace and Plenty, Atwood Jubilant, exhibited by Peace and Plenty Farms of Union Bridge, Maryland. The Schwartzbeck family. And our final produce of Dam is out of Triple T Purple Rain, exhibited by Triple T Holsteins of North Lewisburg, Ohio. Congratulations. Again, Julie and I are heartfelt thank you to the breeders, to the exhibitors, to the judges, to all of the enthusiasts that make this contest vital and adds value to the industry for everybody. We hope we've put some dollars in the checks from the sale tomorrow. We've got the best in the business going to run that sale, and everybody, congratulations. Let's celebrate.
Well, before we finish, Kathleen, Chris, I think you and I'm going to let you make a couple comments, and then I'll finish up with mine. But let's just talk about what having this contest here means, Chris. Seriously, folks, think about this. For 101 years, guys, 101 years, this contest has been the barometer of the Holstein industry. Anybody that's ever put a halter on a cow and went to a show ring wants to be nominated on this award. So Kathleen and Julie, I know how much work it is the past 2 weeks to get this together. I know how hard you work, but for the breeders and the exhibitors, it's amazing because it adds dollars to our cows. Chris?
Well, thank you, Tim, and we want to thank all of you for coming, but it's something we all talk about. We all talk about getting nominated. Ultimately, that is our goal, and anything more than that is just a bonus. But when you're in those top 6 and you get judged by your peers and you're a member of those top 6, it means a lot to all of us because there's a lot of hard-earned dollars spent out there during the year. We all go to different exhibitions. We're all very competitive. But at the end of the day, it's being in that top 6 that we love to do. And I think we should give the girls at Cowsmo, the top brass of red and white, let's give them all a big round of applause and thank them for all that they've done for you as breeders.
What a great event.
And I would also like to say, they got that nomination background. So if you had something nominated, you want to get your picture taken, feel free to do
everyone that's here. We're going to put them in an album. If you didn't get something nominated, we want your picture here. One more thing. We're going to let you go. We're going to let you go at home. We're going to start the party here. One more shout out to my partner, Julie, the best ever, the best partner, the best designer, all of the things. I get the fun, easy part of being in front of the camera. She has the hair-raising part of managing the tech and all of the live program. I hope it was a better presentation for everybody at home this year. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Julie. The best partner out there. Now, round of applause, Julie Ashton. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie, very much.
I'm done.
All right, so the agenda for the evening, ladies and gentlemen, they're